Dalmatians are charismatic, lovable, iconic, with their spotted coats like a work of art and eyes that blend curiosity with tenderness. Dalmatians seem to have been born solely to enchant us. But what if I told you that behind the sweetness lies a past forged in the fires of war, the open road, and prejudice? That the same breed now playing with children in backyards once ran alongside royal carriages, hunted in silence, and nearly vanished into the shadows of a world that forgot them. The question that lingers is, how can loyalty be born from chaos? And more importantly, what do these spotted dogs carry in their ancestral soul? Prepare to uncover the hidden side of one of the most famous and most misunderstood breeds in canine history. Stay with me until the end. We'll unravel the secret origins of the Dalmatian, understand how its past shaped its health, and most importantly, discover 10 essential commandments to honor the soul of this noble companion. Breed profile. Breed. Dalmatian. Genetic code. Canis lupus familiaris. Group 6. Running and scent hounds. Geographic origin. Balkan region with historical records in Dalmatia, modern-day Croatia. Original function. Carriage dog. Silent guardian of nobles and messengers. Estimated. Emergence. 17th to 18th centuries with possible roots even earlier in Egyptian records. Average height. 56 to 61 centimeters males, 50 to 59 centimeters females. Weight. Between 20 and 30 kilograms. Life expectancy, 11 to 13 years. Coat, short, dense, white with black or liver spots unique in the world. Temperament, alert, energetic, loyal, but also sensitive and, at times, stubborn. Genetic curiosity, puppies are born completely white, the spots appear over time. Auditory sensitivity, high and often accompanied by congenital deafness. A genetic echo with a price paid for beauty. This is not just a dog, it's a living symbol, shaped by time, the road, and human hands that didn't always know how to protect it. Smooth transition to the next section, but to understand who the Dalmatian truly is, we must go back to the beginning, long before the fame, before the cartoons. When it was just a swift shadow running alongside a fleeing carriage, picture a dirt road, winding through dense forests. Between walled cities of 18th century Europe, at the forefront, a wooden carriage studded with iron, and running beside it steady, swift, tireless, a dog spotted like ink on ancient paper. That was the Dalmatian, a dog bred not for whimsy, but for necessity. Its role was singular, to run alongside carriages and protect them. As the wheels spun. At high speed, the Dalmatian kept pace, guarded the horses, warded off thieves, and at night, watched over the stables with vigilant eyes. But where did it come from? The exact lineage of the Dalmatian is an enigma. Ancient documents tie it to the Dalmatia region in modern-day Croatia. Other, more obscure accounts link it to Egyptian dogs and nomadic Romani travelers who roamed Europe with their loyal, agile, and easily recognizable spotted companions. It was more than appearance. Those spots served as a visual seal of ownership and status. A Dalmatian running with the carriage was like a noble signature. Someone important travels here. But these dogs weren't docile by default. They were chosen for their endurance, natural wariness of strangers, protective instincts, and an incredible affinity with horses. The Dalmatian was sculpted by movement. Every muscle, every reflex, every trait of its personality was born from the road. It wasn't a lapdog. It was a sentinel in motion. If the true story behind your companion fascinates you, give a thumbs up to support our investigation. What happens when a dog shaped by duty is dragged onto the stage of vanity as centuries passed? Carriages disappeared. What was once a road became a sidewalk, but the Dalmatian endured. Its unique beauty, those symmetrical spots on a pure white coat, began to draw attention beyond its functional role. And in the 19th century, in Victorian England, it was transformed into a symbol. First, as a dog of the aristocracy, then as a mascot for fire brigades, a curious role, where its affinity with horses made it ideal for running alongside fire wagons. But the definitive turning point didn't come from palaces or firehouses. It came from an animation studio. In 1961, Disney released *101 Dalmatians*. And suddenly, the world wanted a spotted dog. The breed skyrocketed in popularity. From a symbol of status, it became a fashion item. But there was a problem. The world saw only the aesthetic. The Dalmatian's soul, its energy, its need for work and companionship was overlooked, and that would come at a cost. Comment below, do you think fame helped or harmed the true essence of this breed? Fame has a price, and the Dalmatian paid dearly. With the success of *101 Dalmatians* in the 1960s and its re-releases in the decades that followed, demand for the breed exploded. But what seemed like a celebration was, in truth, the start of its downfall. Opportunistic breeders saw dollar signs in the spots. Mass production began without standards, without ethics, without genetic study. The Dalmatian ceased to be a working dog and became a showroom product. The result, fragile dogs. Aggressive, unstable. The most devastating genetic trait emerged with force: congenital deafness. Up to 30% of Dalmatians began to be born with some degree of deafness, a direct result of the mutation, tied to their white coat and spots, worsened by irresponsible breeding. But that wasn't all. Deprived of mental stimulation, placed in homes unprepared for their energy and intelligence, Dalmatians began to exhibit destructive behaviors, anxiety, and aggression. Families returned them, shelters filled up. And then came the labels: unpredictable, stubborn, not suitable for children. The noble dog of the road became synonymous with trouble. By the early 2000s, after the second film in the franchise, thousands of Dalmatians were abandoned across different countries. The phenomenon was so severe it earned its own name, the Dalmatian Effect, and it nearly drove the breed to collapse. It took an international response, reputable breeders' clubs, geneticists, and true lovers of the breed united to pull the Dalmatian back from the brink. Responsible genetic selection became a priority again. Hearing tests became mandatory, and slowly, the breed began to recover, but the scars remain. And the owner who chooses a Dalmatian today carries, knowingly or not, the weight of this history. This story of resilience needs to be known. Share this with someone who's passionate about animals. The Dalmatian wasn't made for inertia. It was born from movement, from the road, from constant vigilance. And ignoring that is to betray its essence. A Dalmatian needs space, long walks, mental stimulation. This is an athletic, intelligent dog with active guarding and protective instincts. A backyard isn't enough. And a couch is even less. Daily exercise is non-negotiable, not for aesthetics, but for emotional health. Without it, they can develop obsessive behaviors, compulsive barking, and even aggression. But it's not just the body that demands attention. The Dalmatian's mind is restless. Interactive toys, positive training, and cognitive challenges are fuel for their balance. And then there's the issue of deafness. First and foremost, it's essential to conduct the bear test, which assesses a puppy's hearing. Even deaf dogs can live fully, but they require a patient, informed owner. In terms of diet, there's another critical genetic detail. Dalmatians are prone to forming urinary stones. A balanced diet, low in purines, and with plenty of hydration isn't a luxury, it's prevention. Every modern care practice isn't just routine. It's a silent ritual of honor, an act of redemption for the human mistakes of the past. Caring for a Dalmatian is caring for the memory of all those who ran before it. If you have a Dalmatian or are considering one, these are the 10 commandments you must follow to honor its soul. 1. Provide daily movement. It was born to run. Long walks and runs are sacred. 2. Stimulate its mind, intelligent toys, and training. Keep its spirit sharp. 3. Conduct hearing tests. Know its hearing to adapt. Care deafness is common, not a sentence. 4. Adopt a balanced diet. Low in purines to prevent urinary stones. Prevention is life. 5. Socialize from puppyhood. A well-adjusted Dalmatian knows and respects strangers. Avoiding excessive wariness. 6. Respect its sensitivity. It's an emotionally intense dog. Patience is a virtue. 7. Avoid isolation. Mental abandonment is as cruel as physical. 8. Seek responsible breeders to preserve its genetic health. Avoid commercial breeding. 9. Be firm but fair. Its stubbornness requires calm, consistent leadership. 10. Celebrate its history. Understand its past to avoid repeating the mistakes of the future. By following these commandments, you won't just have a dog, you'll have a loyal companion full of stories in its spots and soul. A guardian of memories, a runner of life. Look into a Dalmatian's eyes. There. You don't just see a dog, you see centuries of stories, silent battles, and unwavering loyalty. Each spot on its coat is a page written in sweat, courage, and even suffering. The Dalmatian's path is a winding road made of glories and falls, applause and abandonment, but it remains by our side, faithful, guardian of the past, companion of the present. Choosing a Dalmatian is embracing this heritage. It's understanding that behind the beauty lies a soul forged in chaos, shaped by resilience, and it's our mission as owners and lovers to respect this history, to honor every step it took to be here with us. For the true legacy of the Dalmatian isn't in its spots, nor its fame, it's in its eyes. In the silent reflection of an eternal soul. Which part of the Dalmatian's journey impacted you the most? And which breed would you like our next investigation to explore? Share your suggestions in the comments.